There are so many buyers and sellers, it's hard to understand how many there are. It's like the ocean. The ocean is full of so many fish, yet they're hard to catch at times. But this is the beauty of the fishing hole. Creating opportunities and knowing where to go and find the fish, find the buyers, find the sellers. And it changes depending on the market. We know this. In a really, really hot market, the investors just come to the marketplace like nobody's business. There's so many investors in a hot market. But what about in a slow market? What is the market then? Where are the fish? Where are the buyers and sellers in that market? And this is where you need to look at the market and say, what is driving the market today? What is moving in the market today? And that could be first-time buyers, it could be move up, move down, right-sizers, it could be recreational property, it could be investors, it could be developers looking for the right piece of property. So there's so many different pools or fishing holes of opportunity, and you need to understand the market. And then once you understand the market and where the potential buyers and sellers are hanging out, or what that section or segment of the market is moving, then I encourage you to build seminars around that fishing hole, around that buyer or seller. So doing first-time buyer seminars, or doing right size, and I encourage you to use that word versus first-time buyers or move up or move down. Use the term right size, and at this moment, I'm going to just emphasize this. It's really, really important to have phraseology that is yours. So we all talk about first time, move up, move down. Why not right size or opportunity buyers? Change the wording so it's your phraseology, but it needs to still resonate with that end user, that end listener. They need to understand what it means when you say right size. But hosting events is really a great way of educating people and then giving them an opportunity to trust in you because you're now giving value. See, trust is that really important piece. When you're doing the seminar, you're building trust in what they're saying and hearing from you. And when they're ready to make a decision, they're going to go to who? The trusted one. And hopefully you've given them great value to say that, yes, you are the trusted one. Another opportunity that I've done, which I absolutely love doing, was called the bus tour, the investor bus tour. So rather than hosting a seminar, I would rent a bus. And it could be any size. It could be 8 passenger, 25 passenger, 50 passenger, depending on how many investors you have on the bus. And I would set up a tour of investment properties throughout the Saturday. We'd meet at 12 noon. We would then go and see 10, 12 properties. And during the tour was when I was doing the investment seminar. See, I had them active, engaged, and actually seeing property. And I could talk about properties and why I would buy this property or not buy the property. I've often included properties that didn't make any sense to buy, but I knew that investors were sometimes tempted by these properties. So just another great way to host another event for a different group of buyers or sellers. Now, what an incredible fishing hole. I had them locked up in a bus, giving me opportunity to sense what they were liking or not liking, and giving them value through doing basically an investor course while we're actually visibly and physically being in the properties. So many different ways that you can host a great seminar for buyers and sellers in a specific fishing hole of their choice, and whatever is spinning and working in that market today. Remember, you've got the lure, you've got the rod that is got to be right for that fishing hole, whatever that fishing hole is. Hey, quick recap. We've just gone through open houses, the moving garage sale, referral link, move up, move down buyers, and joining clubs, being a clubber. And for our next fishing hole, let's talk about just listed, just solds. Of course, we know these happen. Many agents have just listed, just sold postcards that they send out into the neighborhood where they've just either gotten a listing or sold that listing. What an opportunity for you to get another listing. Just because you didn't get that listing, there's going to be another one, right? We know this. We know that this is contagious. When somebody lists their property in a neighborhood, there's always another 1, 2, 3, or even 4 or 5 listings that pop up in that neighborhood. Selling homes is contagious. It's like the flu going around. So what I encourage you to do is when you see a great new listing pop up in the marketplace and it sells quickly, immediately go and knock in that neighborhood. Share with them what that house sold for, or share with them some of the details about that house and say, this is a great opportunity. Right now we have other buyers seeking your neighborhood, seeking a house just like yours. Would you like to have an opportunity to capture one of those buyers? So this is a great opportunity to list a property in the next 15 to 30 days. Look for a just listed, just sold in a great neighborhood that sold quickly, and I'm sure there's going to be others waiting to go to market. You're the agent to do it. Go knock on those doors and share with them the details about that just sold or that just listed property. A fantastic fishing hole. I love this one. I just absolutely love this one because not only am I getting opportunities, but somebody is actually working on my behalf for those opportunities. This is showing up at real estate events, actual real estate events where there's other realtors, not buyers or sellers, but actual realtors. And they could be in person or online. They don't need to be in person. But in person is always better. And this is where you would share with the other agents your value proposition. No different than you would share with a buyer or a seller. You're sharing what drives you, what is your why, how you help buyers and sellers in your marketplace. And in fact, you're actually collaborating. You're giving value to others to share how you do it. But in the in turn, you're getting their opportunities, their referrals, and you ask for referrals to your marketplace. And how this works the best is if you're actually outside of your market. You're in another market visiting another event in another marketplace because they're going to have a referral that could possibly come your direction or to your marketplace. Here's a great example. I've got an amazing agent that I know that has actually written a book on her marketplace specifically, so on her city, and why it's such a great city to live in, and why she is the best agent to refer the business to. And so she actually hands these books out to other real estate agents so they have no other choice when they're sending a client to her marketplace to send it to her because she's brought so much value to that agent. So this is a great way to get a referral from another marketplace, from another agent. And gosh, if you could get 10, 12, or even 20 of these referrals a year, wouldn't that change your world? Real estate events are a great place to not only learn, understand, collaborate, but get referral business. A great fishing hole, in my opinion. Networking, of course, is another great opportunity to find another fishing hole of opportunity where you're going to find somebody that wants to do something the next 30, 60, 90, or even 120 days. Now, networking sometimes takes longer for a deal to materialize, but there's still opportunity. But here's where you can find some business that is probably closer to 30 than 120 days. And I do this all the time. I'm always on Eventbrite looking for other events that are happening in my marketplace or close enough that I can go and visit that marketplace. And if it's real estate related, I'm going to be there. This is another way to be part of another club that's involved or another networking group that's involved in real estate. So check out the Eventbrite links around your marketplace when it comes to real estate or anything that's real estate, anything that's on mindset, on financial whereabouts, whatever it is that you think is relatable to real estate or somebody that would be thinking about real estate. Another great way to network with new people that you've never ever met that are thinking about buying or selling real estate in the future. Networking is the key to so much of our business. Another great fishing hole for you to check out. Have you thought about where all of this property is made? Think about that. Where do you think that property is actually produced? It is produced. A large piece of property is bought by somebody and then cut up into little pieces and sold off in bite-sized pieces. Where does that all start? Think about this. Where does it start? It starts at the city. It starts at your municipality office. It's the city development team or the city planners. Do you have relationships with these people? See, they're on the forefront of taking something and creating more of it, which is anything about marketing 101 or business 101 is taking something and cutting it up into little pieces and making it worth more. So this is where you need to connect with the city planners in your marketplace, the city development team in your marketplace, because they're in the forefront. They're meeting people that are thinking about doing business in your marketplace. And when you can build relationships with these people, the moment that somebody asks them for some support or help when it comes to real estate, you're top of mind. Let me give you an example. I connected with the building department in my city. I connected with the development group in my city. And I was top of mind. So whenever a developer came to town or a large corporation that was thinking about setting up and they needed some real estate advice, who do you think came to the top of their mind? Yes, it was me. And I received sometimes 2 or 3 of these incredible opportunities and calls every month. This is another incredible fishing hole. And this fishing hole is not supporting minnows. This fishing hole is deep, and there's whales in this fishing hole. Incredible businesses, incredible business owners or developers looking to make a difference in that city, and the development team or city planners need somebody like you. Get to know your city planners and your development team in your city or municipality today to enjoy a fishing hole filled with whales. When we think of fishing, are we fishing with a rod or are we fishing with a net? What would you rather fish with? Would you rather catch one fish at a time or multiple fishes at a time? Is fish a word? I don't know. Anyways, multiple fish at a time. And what I would do with this one is I would look for builders, because builders are creating multiple properties to sell at a time. So this is like casting a net into the fishing hole and catching more than one fish at a time. Now, you might think, well, most of the builders in my marketplace are already working with somebody. That's true. They often do have relationships. But those relationships can sometimes be fractured or sometimes be not as strong as they once were because relationships change. And maybe you can bring a better UPS, a better unique selling proposition to them that their current realtor is not providing. Now, one of those would be, get this, partnering with them. What do I mean by partnering with them? See, most real estate agents wouldn't partner with their builder, or they would never have this language. Partnership to me means, how do we partner in sharing in the net proceeds of this sale? Treat it like a business. You're now partners in this. And one of the easiest ways for me to partner with a builder is to say, let's partner on the commissions. I will reduce my commissions if you pay for the marketing up front. And they're in the business of what? Selling property. This is a business decision for them. If they can save at the end something, some dollars, some amount of money by providing the marketing money up front, wouldn't that make sense to them? And wouldn't it make sense to you that you don't have to front all that marketing money up front and that you give them a discount on the back end? This is a unique selling proposition to the builders, and you're now casting a net to capture more than one fish at a time. Just so many ways to do this. And that's just one unique selling opportunity or one unique selling proposition that you can share with a builder. There's so many others, but look for builders in your marketplace to capture more than one fish at a time. Builders are a great resource to really build your business and capture many, many fish or many, many buyers or sellers at one time. A great fishing hole for you to fish in with your net. Do you like a free lunch? Everybody loves a free lunch, right? This is another great opportunity for a fishing hole to get business. And this is what I call B2B, business to business opportunities when it comes to networking with the right people. We all know that networking is one of the best ways to build your business. And so why not be strategic about it? I would encourage you every week to do at least 1 to 2 lunches with business owners that are in the business of real estate. So that could be lawyers, accountants, mortgage brokers, anybody that is connected with the game of real estate. And I'm going to encourage you not to do this. Don't go to those meetings expecting to get business from them. Go to those meetings, those business lunches, bringing business to the person across the table from you. This is where you got to bring value. See, when you bring value to others, the law of reciprocity is going to kick in on their behalf. They're going to want to bring you some business. They're going to want to help you in any way possible because you've brought so much business to them. Lead with business to them first, then you'll receive it. So business to business lunches with other people, other professionals, others that are in the game of real estate. Lawyers, accountants, mortgage brokers, tradesmen. Meet with a tradesman. Meet with the building department. Meet with anybody that is in the game of real estate. The business owner that owns the lumber yard. Man, I've gotten so much business from that scenario where I've taken out the lumber yard owner and they've brought me business. They've introduced me to builders. So again, business to business is the best way to build an incredible network, a great pool of buyers and sellers in that fishing hole. And so if this has been of interest to you, click on the link below to learn more about the content that I'm creating around real estate, coaching, leadership, mindset. Love that you be part of this group. Reach out to our Facebook group and join that. Share with us some of your thoughts on this as well. If you'd like to learn more about what I shared in more detail, download the ebook today.